Will you find out before Sherlock? Who made the parrot sneeze?
And now, dear listeners, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the big telephone joke.
Yeah!
Open your ears really wide, even if you don't have any. Isn't that right, Turtle? Today, I'm going to impersonate our famous detective, Sherlock Yack.
Huh?
I'm calling Mrs. Hippo. Here we go.
By all the trees?
Good morning, Sherlock. Sorry.
Hippo Hair, good morning.
Good morning. This is Sherlock Yack. I'm calling you for an investigation. So tell me, Mrs. Hippo. They say you make some egg shampoos.
Is that all right?
All right. Shouldn't you make omelets instead?
It's you again, Parrot. I've had it with your dumb jokes.
Well, that's it. The parrot strikes again.
Is that what they call dying of laughter?
Help me!
By all the trees and all the toes. Let's go.
We are facing a violent reaction from the immune system, which I would suggest has come into contact with a foreign substance. He's got an allergy.
Oh,
Oh, I get it.
what are you allergic to, Parrot?
Nothing. Except bad jokes.
The parrot is allergic to cat hair. The last time he came in for an emergency, it was for this. Look, the Zoo Digest put it on the front page.
Oh, you're in the picture too, Mina. Were you his assistant already?
I've been his assistant and his #1 fan for years, and I make a lot of jokes too. Do you know the one about the lion and the elephant? It takes place in the prairie. No. In an elevator. And then the gazelle says, oh no, it's not the gazelle, it's,
Huh?
That's enough, Mina. You're not funny. Let Sherlock and Hermione do their work.
That sudden energy intrigues me. I'd like to look around the parrot's recording studio.
No problem. I'll take you there.
Might you be subject to a synchronous diaphragmatic flutter, Hermione? The hiccups.
Yes?
For the hiccups, I prescribe holding your breath for 15 seconds. It works every time.
Really? Oh, it doesn't work.
Forget Dr. Beaky's remedy, Hermione. The best method is the one my master Ball of Purity taught me.
To control hiccups, there's only one method to use. Drink water with your head upside down. This seems too complicated for you. You will now eat a sugar cube dipped in vinegar.
A sugar cube dipped in vinegar. It works every time.
Blech. Thanks, Sherlock. Well, if nothing else works, I'll give it a try.
Not a cat hair around.
Not a trace of anything, Sherlock.
Fine. Can we visit the studio now?
Sure thing. Follow me.
Actually, we have no wings.
Ooh, how about a ladder?
Oh, right. Sorry. I'll go get one. Speaking of ladders, do you know the one about the baboon who's repainting a ceiling?
No?
All right. So, this dog goes to the movies and, oh, wait. I'm wrong. There's a dog, but then
All
what
right,
happens?
let's see here. Look at this. This is very interesting.
Someone put a clump of hair in the parrot's microphone.
And that's what gave him his allergy.
So it's a criminal act.
Quite right, Hermione. Let's get going. To begin with, let's investigate the cat hair.
You coming, Mina?
Huh? No. I gotta prepare the next show. The parrot won't be able to do it. I'll have to take his place.
Well then, it's the break you've been waiting for.
Huh? Maybe. But you know, I could never be as good as the parrot. He's the star.
This hair belongs to a lynx rufus, a mammal from the Felidae family. Bobcat hair.
Would the Bobcat have anything against you?
Well, I've made fun of him sometimes, but always just for a laugh.
He called me an old fat cat and a flea bag, that young whippersnapper. I'm a grandfather, all right, but I'm in great shape. Look at this, young folks. Hee-hee. Isn't that something?
You have some good claws, Bobcat.
Good claws and good eyesight, too. That parrot is a snotty little bird who should be taught a good lesson.
He won't be able to make fun of you today. He had a major allergy attack.
Ballyhoo.
An allergy attack from your fur, don't you see?
I didn't know he was allergic, but if I'd known, I'd have stuck his nose in my fur, that squirt. You have the hiccups, you poor thing. You have to stand on your head and recite the alphabet. It works every time.
S T U V W X Y Z.
Don't you worry, there's a solution that works every time. I'll tell you about it later on.
You're so right. Work comes first.
The old Bobcat sounds sincere, but if he didn't do it, who else could have had a grudge against the parrot and have some Bobcat hair? Any ideas?
Mrs. Hippo, the parrot, is always making fun of her, like this morning, for example.
Good deduction, Hermione. And she could very well have put aside some hair after giving Bobcat a trim.
That parrot is an unkempt creep. He only got what he deserved.
Did you know that he was allergic to cat hair?
Of course I knew all about it. That's why he never comes to my salon to get his feathers dyed. He says there's just too much cat hair.
Yes, I see. Have you a list of customers from yesterday?
Yesterday, I only had 2 customers. First the bobcat, then the myna.
Well, look at that. The miner didn't tell us about it. That's strange.
You're quite right.
Of course, he doesn't hate the parrot. On the contrary, he's his idol.
Yes, of course. Thank you for answering our questions, Mrs. Hippo.
Good morning to all you TV viewers. Radio listeners. All right, so let's start
Mrs.
with
Hippo,
good
could I
joke.
trouble you to please turn up the radio?
Yes.
What is it? Oh, yeah. How do you tell a thing without fly? No, not a... no,
Nearly there.
No. No, this is fly. And the barman says, hello.
You shouldn't put the sound on too loud. It's bad for the eardrums.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
Hop to it. So the kangaroo says, I'll hop if I feel like it, but the koala looks at him and says that that's the 3rd time you say that today.
The myna just isn't funny. But at least he doesn't make fun of honest people. I like him.
What do you think of all of this, Sherlock?
I think we're finished, Hermione. I know who the culprit is.
Huh?
And you, young detective, if you paid close attention, I'm sure you can figure it out. Let's go over the case. Someone hid some bobcat hair in the parrot's microphone so he would have an allergy attack. 3 people had access to bobcat hair. But who actually did it? Is it Mrs. Hippo, the bobcat, or the myna? So have you figured out who did it? The case is simple. Bobcat, you're tired of the parrot making fun of you on the radio. Although you're not so young, you could have climbed up to the studio to hide hair in the microphone. But you would have left claw marks on the tree trunk.
Sure thing. I didn't do it.
And you, Madam Hippo, you're especially mad at the parrot. But how could you have possibly put bobcat hair in the microphone? And you don't seem too good at climbing trees.
Oh.
The culprit is the only one who can fly. Isn't that right, Myna? For the culprit is you! You knew all about the parrot's allergy. You went to the hair salon yesterday right after the bobcat. You sneakily snatched a bit of his hair, which you then hid in the microphone.
Yes, I confess it was me, but you gotta understand. I've been the parrot's assistant for years, and he's never given me my chance.
That's normal. You're not funny, Mina.
Comedy is something that you learn, and I can think of a perfect punishment for the both of you.
What do you mean? I can't be punished. I'm the victim.
I think it's time you help out your assistant a bit. He's been supporting you for years.
Oh.
2 fleas go for an outing. One of them says, should we walk or take a cab?
A dog. Should we walk or take a dog? That's what's funny, because dogs have fleas.
All right.
All right, one more.
2 lions are talking. One of them says, go ahead, admit it, you're in love. The other says, stop, you're gonna make me brush.
That's right, that's better. All right, one more.
Why does the kangaroo never eat bananas? Because he hasn't found the zipper.
Ouch! By all the D's and all the O's!
Sherlock!
Oh, that'll teach me to try to help. Or have your hiccups disappeared?
My hiccups? It stopped the moment you figured out who the culprit was. Did I tell you?
No?